Using division to find equivalent fractions. Today, the fractions we're talking about just happen to be decimals. We know that decimals are fractions, but the difference between a decimal and a fraction is a decimal comes in powers of 10, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, and so on. So it's one thing divided into 10 or 100 or 1,000 and so on, different pieces. So we're finding an equivalent fraction that also happens to be a decimal. So if I start out with hundredths, that means that I have one thing broken up into 100 equal parts, and 40 of them are colored in. That's my 40 hundredths. This is 40 hundredths written in decimal form. Why? Because this is my ones, my decimal column, tenths, and hundredths. So 40 hundredths. I know that dividing something just means to make equal groups of it, to separate it so that you have equal groups. And right now I have 40 of something shaded in. Now often when you are dividing to find an equivalent decimal, then you are going to use powers of 10. So 10 tenths, 100 hundredths, and so on. Using 10 tenths, we know, is the same as 1. Why? Because if I have 10 of something and I color them all in, the whole thing is shaded, so that gives us 1. Now today we're going to divide our 40 into equal groups. So now I have 40 and I want to make groups of 10. If I do that, I have a group of 10 in this first row, which really would give me this, one group of 10. Here it is. And if I look in my second column, I guess I should say, I have another group of 10. So that's 2 groups of 10 so far. Then I have a third column of 10. So that's 3 groups of 10. Just coloring it in to help you see it. And then here's my fourth group of 10, which makes 4 equal groups of 10 that I've divided into 10. So now my new numerator, which is going to be 4. Why? Because I have 4 tenths or 4 groups of 10 hundredths. So then my 100 is my total. How many groups of 10 do I have in 100? Well, if you count them, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because each column gives me 10. So there are 10 total groups. So therefore, that is my new denominator of 10 total parts, and 4 of them are colored. Now I just want to introduce you to a word. This fraction is not simplified, but it is okay because we're trying to put it in decimal form. So if I want to write this in decimal form, so 40 hundredths is the same as or is equal to 4 tenths. Again, 40 hundredths is equal to 4 tenths. Here's my 40 hundredths, my 4 tenths. Why? The same amount is shaded in both of my pictures. The very same amount is shaded. I didn't change how much is shaded. I just changed how it's broken up. It's broken up into less parts. So you can see the parts are bigger. This one piece is bigger than this one piece. That's why 1/100th, even though it's a bigger number, would be smaller than 1/10. Okay, that is using division to find equivalent fractions.